Hi, this is Carlton and welcome to the Blue Sky Strong Box. Hey, this is Carlton Cullens. I'm the owner of the Blue Sky Strong Box, and I am at my home private facility here in Austin, Texas. And I've got stuff written on my dry erase board today, so if you're on a computer, blow the screen up full size because I want everybody to be able to see this. Also, if you get anything out of my video today, please pass the word on and get people to watch this stuff. I'm trying to help people. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. I'm just trying to get good information out there because the world needs it. But the reason I'm talking today is I got a question that trainers get a lot, and it is the question, should I do cardio before or after strength training? It's a very legitimate question. I'm going to use it. I'm going to try to answer it real quick, and then I'm going to use it as a segue to talk about bigger things. But first we need to get on the same page as far as like definitions go. Typically, most people think of cardio as what trainers call steady state cardio. That's typically where you're on, say, an elliptical machine, a treadmill, a stationary bike or whatever. You're on a machine, you're going, 20, 30 minutes an hour, same speed typically, maybe you're changing it up a little bit. That's typically what we think of as cardio. Resistance training is also called strength training. It's also called weight training. Don't ever get confused on those. So they're all pretty much the same thing. It's just kind of a manual resistance in any form, whether it be barbells, dumbbells, machines, elastic tubing bands, body weight exercises, Pilates. Those are all forms of resistance training. Unfortunately, most people see these things as two different things. We typically think of, we do weight training because we want to build muscles and tone up. And we do cardio training because we want to burn off the maximum amount of body fat. When in all actuality, a lot of research has come out and a lot of things are changing. They're saying now what trainers have known for a long time, that combining these two is actually the best thing to do. Not looking at them like two different things, looking at them as like one union. But as far as getting to the original question, is it better to work out, do cardio before or after strength training? I think typically it would be better to do it after a strength training session. The reason being, if you do cardio right before your weight training, when you get to the weight training, you're going to be wiped out. You're not going to have as much energy. Your form is probably going to suffer, and it could lead to injury, and you're probably not going to get that much out of the weight training. Now, if you do cardio afterwards, right after your weight training, typically it's not as structured as far as your form and everything. It's not quite as important to have perfect form, even though you do need to have good form, but it's not quite as important, so you can get through cardio after a weight training workout. So that's typically the best. A big exception to that is if, say, the same day you maybe go for a walk at lunch, and then after work you go to the gym and you do your weight training. That would be perfectly fine to do cardio earlier in the day, because you get a chance to rest and recover and eat after that, and then get your energy back up to do resistance training later. So doing those on the same day in that case is fine. But what I want to talk about something today is combining these two and talking about research. For this week, I'm going to cut it off right there because I know that my videos get long sometimes, and I do sincerely apologize for that. I just hope you understand I'm just trying to bring as much to you as I can and not just present you with the facts. That's what the internet can do. Books can do sometimes present you with the facts, but here I am as a human, as a person. I'm trying to put a little love with that so you get a little extra every week. So I'm sorry my videos get a little long-winded, but next week I'm going to continue on what I've been talking about. I'm going to talk a little bit more about how to use things like heart rate monitors and stuff to gauge your intensity of your workouts a little bit more, and I'm going to get a little bit more in depth. I'm going to give you some formulas to use, some math formulas. So this week, just start understanding the idea that cardio, strength training, even flexibility and stuff like that doesn't all have to be separate things. We need to start looking at all this as one thing. It's movement. We've got to eat good every day, and we've got to move every day. You can call anything what you want, but at the end of the day, it's just movement. Our bodies need to move, and we don't move enough, particularly as much as our ancestors did, and now we're in these predicaments that we're in. So if you can start simplifying things, it'll be a lot less on your plate at the end of the day. After life gets busy, you need to simplify things. Start looking at all this stuff as movement. You need to move every day to burn calories, keep your body strong, and do all the things it needs to do. A great book that I like that came out recently is a book called Cardio Strength Training by a great coach, Robert Dos Remedios. It's a really good book. It might be a little bit more advanced for some people, but it's a great book about combining cardio and strength training. So check that out if you're interested more in the subject. There's a lot of stuff out there. There's tons and tons of stuff. I mean, the information is limitless. So go out there, educate yourself. take care of yourself. I'm going to do the best I can to help you, but you've got to ultimately help yourself. So go out there, do it, help somebody else. We've got to take care of each other out there. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing. We just need to take care of ourselves. And that's all I'm trying to do. That's enough for this week. Take care of each other. Bye.